Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Adrian Mendizabal, a University Researcher of the UP Film Institute and currently a volunteer archivist of the Philippine Labor Movement Archive. Pagpasensyahan niyo na po ako dahil hindi po ako makaka-attend face-to-face sa ating talakayan tungkol sa archiving this afternoon dahil currently ako po ay papuntang Hong Kong ngayong hapon for a vacation. So, ayan. So, without further ado, I'll be presenting uh, my my presentation, How to Archive Photographic Negatives, Preservation and Access of the Boy Baguis Collection. Okay. So, this project is actually funded by the UP Diliman Office of Vice Chancellor for Research and Development, in particular Office of Extension and Coordination. So it's an extension project titled Empowering the Labor Movement or the Labor Movement through Archival Access and Preservation, facilitating archival processing of photographic collection of the Philippine Labor Movement Archive. So may binigyan po tayo ng UP ng 150,000 na pondo for a duration of 1 year. So I'm currently the project leader and with me are project staff Del Delvo, Saya Villacorta, Carla Nicoico, JJ Lahoy, at Jean Gabuten. Ayan po. So let's talk about the provenance. So the Boy Baguis collection actually originated from Boy Baguis, Leonardo Boy, or yung real name niya talaga is Leonardo Esclanda, pero he's popularly known as Boy Baguis. He's a veteran Filipino photojournalist, and he's been active. He's been an active photojournalist from the martial law era under Ferdinand Marcos Sr. until his retirement in 2010. So uh, he his documentation focuses on labor struggles, particularly worker strikes and protest movements during that time. And he's also affiliated to various international news agencies. He contributed photographs to raise global awareness on the Philippine labor issues. And he is the principal photographer for the workers' newspaper Bagwis in the 1980s. Ayan. So the collection, his collection is actually comprises of 4 boxes. So he deposited it in to the Philippine Labor Movement Archive in 2022. And it contains a rich repository of photographic images documenting the struggles, victories, and the daily lives of Filipino labor movements in 1980s to 2000. So it contains around 3,000 photographic negatives, negative strips, and prints, offering invaluable historical, political, and cultural insights on mass struggle. So, so it's an essential record of labor movement history of the Philippines, especially under authoritarian and neoliberal regimes. Ayan. So, let's talk about the condition of the collection. So, in particular, yung ating photo negatives. So, these are, when it was given to us by Boy Baguis, it is parang stored in Jura boxes. So, 4 plastic boxes daw. So, with minimal air circulation. So, na-keep siya sa attic and exposed to high temperature and humidity. So, most of the photographic negatives are in their early to late degradation stage. So, dahil nga poor circulation air circulation ang nabuo sa mga ano tawag dito, mga plastic boxes, so nagkaroon ng moisture build-up na nag-accelerate ng vinegar syndrome. So, at dahil din sa vinegar syndrome at moisture, nagkaroon din ng formation ng bubbles sa negative. So makita nyo yung center part ng ating ng photo, ng ating slide. Nakita nyo yung example ng photo, formation of bubbles sa negative strips. And eventually, may ilang mga negative strip na nasa advanced deterioration stage na kung saan makita nyo yun na nag-flake na siya at nag-brittle. And it indicates the final stages of degradation. Okay. That is why we need to archive them. So, what is archiving? Archiving is a process of systematically storing documents for data for long-term value for preservation and access. So, may emphasis tayo to store these negatives na in such a way na ma hindi naman ma-lessen yung or ma-decelerate yung pag degrade niya, and hopefully ma-access pa rin in the near future. Ayan. So the challenge for archivists actually is actually two types of challenge. The first is temporal. So may challenge na i-keep ang ating objects at least 50 to 100 years. So mahaba talaga. And also we need to have a physical control and intellectual control. So ibig sabihin ng physical control, we can easily retrieve them from their storage. So dapat systematically arrange siya, and also intellectual control. We know the context and relevance of these objects. Okay. So why archive? So in a civil society's perspective, ayan, so yung university, UNESCO or yung UN, nagkaroon sila ng Universal Declaration Archives noong November 10, 2011. So sinabi dito sa Universal Declaration and Archives na essential ang archives sa pag-support ng business efficiency, accountability, transparency for protecting also citizens' rights and establishing individual and collective memory. Understanding the past as a guide for future action. So napakahalaga ng archives sa ating day-to-day life, especially those engaged with memory work. Pero sa case ng PLMA, we consider archiving as an archival as a form of activism. So and also a part of building a community. So photo archiving as archival activism sa perspective namin sa pag-preserve ng particular ang Baybagwis collection, we see photograph as evidence of historical reality. So, and also, we are also driven by urgency and historical context. So we are responding to its fragile condition, as well as in-account din namin yung limited resources ng aming archives. And we're also grounded in community and collective cultural work. So napakahalaga sa amin na all information about the labor movement are part or converses with with the archive, as well as the archive helping the community also. And also we see the archive as a form of liberatory memory work, because we see that our archival efforts can fuel revolutionary fervor in terms of activating visual memory of the struggle. So paano na ba namin to napagtagumpayan itong archiving photographic negatives? So we initially did an initial assessment and planning of the photo negative, since apat na boxes siya. So we checked the boxes first. So we saw that ayun nga, yung different stages of deterioration na yung mga photo negatives, kasi na-contain siya sa mga ganitong para siyang developing plastic. So pag nag-develop kasi nung mga nakaraan, dinalagay sa plastic. So nakalagay pa siya doon. So what we did was actually to document this material. So we make a Google form kung saan pwede na kaming diretso makapag-photo ng mga ano na to, using a light pad syempre. Tapos we ensure that all the information written on the photographs are included in the survey. So napakahalagang step na to, because we were able to determine kung ilan yung strips na kailangan naming ayusin. So we were able to come up with around 3,000 strips, and each strips contain around 5 to 6 images on average. So ang total nun siguro is around 3,000 times 5 images, so around 15,000 images. So yun yung kailangan namin i-digitize. Pero ayun nga, we have to further account yung condition ng bawat isa. So minsan may naaninag pa kaming photograph. So on the left side may makita pa kayong photographs, pero may ilang ding sobrang brittle na. So ito yung parang we are planning to further research on this, kasi di pa namin alam kung paano siya i-rehydrate. So may plan din kaming kung may interesado sa inyo na who are into like physical sciences who want to discover how do you rehydrate such parang brittle negatives. So interesado din kami makipag-collab in a way. Pero yan, these are negatives that are highly urgent na ma-digitize na namin. Pero since brittle nga, so mahirap siyang i-handle. So may mga ilang image ay may mga ilang negatives din kami na wala na talaga. So these are nag-dissolve na yung emulsion niya. So wala na talagang makikitang images and it's actually irreversible. So ayan, so each trip has different conditions. So kaya we have to re-strategize din. And since yung archive ay limited resources, so we really have to prioritize. So kaya pero parang blanket na agreement namin sa team na lahat talaga kailangan i-preserve in different kinds of condition. So what we did was since may onting moisture pa yung ilang negative, so we air dry them. So ayan, so linabas namin siya sa mga boxes tapos hinang namin sila. Parang typical na pagsasampay lang. And for some materials like yung ginagawa sa harap ninyo, yung si Saya yung naglo-look into sa mga difficult na may condition. So, paisa-isa naming tinitingnan yun at ina-assess. So, minsan kasi dumidikit na sa plastic. So, that's one of the more difficult. And others na mas madaling gawin dito sa right side ng frame, pinarap namin siya sa glycine and acid-free paper. So, yun yung way para mas ma-preserve siya kaysa ma-stock siya dun sa parang developing plastics na kung saan siya originally nasilip. Ayan. So we did this for around 2 months kasi nga sa dami ng strips we need to and we are only working twice a week and we are also ano tawag dito hindi kami we're only working at around on average or an archiving day of 3 to 4 staff. Ayan. So after preservation, importante na syempre ma-document namin yung magawa ng database kasi nga it's easier to access if you have a finding aid if you plan to put parang a research program behind. So pero hindi lang kami gumawa ng database out of thin air. So napaka importante sa amin ang educational discussion to really know the community itself in terms of ano ba yung mga language, ano ba yung ginagamit na mga terms sa movement. Ano ba yung mga uh, rules and regulation on labor. So napaka-importante ng na yon para magawa yung metadata elements. So in the case of this of our database. So ganito yung itsura niya. So meron kaming ginawang contact sheet. So this actually facilitates researchers to also pick kung ano yung gusto nilang i-blow up na mga photograph. So mas madali nang kaming makakapagpa-access. And also merong metadata elements na 19. So it includes I think identifier, title, creator, custodian, date created, type, format, content description, event type, number of frames, condition note, language, subject. So may apat kaming subject headings like main themes, administration. So importante din ang personality and orgs. And also saan ginanap yung mga pangyayaring to. And also the source collection, rights and right statement. Ayan. So napaka-importante ng na to para to facilitate. Tapos we ensure that the database is searchable. So para kung may gusto mag-research, madali na lang magawa. So aside from that, so if full circle na namin, nagkaroon din kami ng ilang public programs na related din sa project. So ang kinakauna-unahang naging output na public program ng PLME ay ng project on photo negative is the 38th anniversary of the brutal killing of Rolando Calando Olalia and Leonor Alalay. So nangyari to noong November 13, 2024 sa Bantayog ng mga Bayani. And since nagkaroon tayo ng election this year, so naisipan din ng PLMA, so in coordination with Bayan and all the organizations, KMU, Mayday, ILER, and Tambisan ng Sining, nagkaroon ng parang electoral program featuring yung mga past events sa movement wherein nakilahok ang mga manggagawa sa pambansang halalan. So, ayan, so napaka-fruitful. Ang title ng program namin ay Mula Pabrika Hanggang Balota, ang papel ng kilusang paggawa sa pambansang halalan. So, it was jointly organized. So, we have speakers from PLMA, also from Eiler, Rochelle, and also from Bayan Isarnato. Ginanap to noong March 30, 2025 sa Sikat Inc. Tomas Morato. And also, napaka-importante na magkaroon din ng sharing sa aming learning sa photo archiving. So nagkaroon kami ng workshop noong April 27 sa Balay Obrero. And ayun, dinaluhan siya ng mass organization as well as uh, mga representatives from GLAM, so Galleries, Archives, Libraries, and Museum, para mag-meet sila at makaproduce kami ng connections. For example, ma-activate yung mga tipong collaborations na very much needed ng movement ngayon in terms of archiving. So, dalawa yung naging modules namin. Yung una is yung photo preservation, which is parang taught by Saya Villacorta, at ako naman yung nag-discuss on paano namin ginawa yung database na nakikita nyo kanina. Ayan, so patuloy pa rin kaming nag-archive no, sa PLME. So hindi nagtatapos doon. So that is why we need help in sustaining the archive. So any form of help, which is financial donation, in-kind supplies, or volunteer work. So open ng PLMA. So you just have to contact us. Siguro after this talk, you can talk to Tel. And ayan, kung may gusto din kayong mag-donate ng mga in-kind, so we are open to receiving archival negative sleeves, uh, 80 light pad kung may available kayo, kung gusto nyo kamang bilhan. So negative scanner and also corrugated card. Ayan, so thank you so much for listening. And in terms of Q&A, I think masasagot naman ng aking teammates, katulad ni Tel, ni JJ, ni Saya, or even Carla and Jean yung mga tanong. So maraming salamat and ayan. Thank you so much.